Have you ever searched for something that could bring peace to your heart, clarity to your mind, and blessings to your life? In the Quran, there is a chapter known as the Heart of the Quran, a chapter so profound and transformative that reciting it daily has been described as a source of immense spiritual benefits. This chapter is Surah Yaseen, and it has the power to uplift your soul, guide your heart, and transform your connection with Allah. Imagine starting your day with words so powerful that they remind you of your purpose, ease your worries, and draw you closer to your Creator. Surah Yaseen is not just another chapter of the Quran. It is a deeply spiritual and uplifting message that speaks directly to the heart. Its verses are filled with reminders of Allah's mercy, His greatness, and the promise of the hereafter. With each recitation, you are not just reading words, you are immersing yourself in a divine reminder that can bring clarity, strength, and peace to your life. The Prophet Muhammad referred to Surah Yaseen as the heart of the Quran, emphasizing its unique place in the lives of believers. It is a chapter that encapsulates the essence of faith, trust in Allah, and the hope of ultimate success in the hereafter. But the benefits of reciting it are not limited to the spiritual realm. It also brings Baraka into your daily life, easing your struggles and surrounding you with Allah's mercy. Life is full of challenges, moments of confusion, fear, or doubt that weigh heavily on the heart. In those moments, Surah Yaseen becomes a source of comfort and guidance. Its verses remind you of Allah's control over all matters, and His ability to turn even the most difficult situations into ease. Reciting it daily allows you to carry its message of hope and reliance on Allah throughout your day. But why is Surah Yaseen so powerful? How can its daily recitation change your life and strengthen your connection with Allah? In the coming points, we will explore the incredible benefits of Surah Yaseen, how it brings blessings, eases hardships, and prepares your soul for the hereafter. Whether you are seeking peace, guidance, or spiritual renewal, Surah Yaseen offers all of this and more. 1. Connecting with the heart of the Quran. Surah Yaseen holds a unique position in the Quran, often referred to as the heart of the Quran. This description alone gives it immense significance, as it embodies the core themes and essence of the Quranic message. By reciting it daily, you are immersing yourself in a chapter that captures the beauty of faith, the reality of the hereafter, and the undeniable power of Allah's mercy and wisdom. The Quran is a divine message that calls humanity toward Allah, guiding us through life and preparing us for what lies beyond. Surah Yaseen stands out because it delivers this guidance in a way that directly touches the heart. Its verses flow with clarity, eloquence, and depth, reminding you of the greatness of Allah and the temporary nature of this world. Each recitation draws you closer to understanding your purpose as a servant of Allah and a traveler to the eternal hereafter. The chapter begins with powerful verses affirming the truth of the Quran and the role of Prophet Muhammad as a messenger. It then transitions into vivid descriptions of creation, Allah's signs in the universe, and the consequences of belief and disbelief. This structure not only strengthens your faith, but also instills a sense of awe and gratitude for the Creator. By connecting with Surah Yaseen daily, you are constantly reminded of the fundamentals of your faith. It reinforces the oneness of Allah and the importance of submitting to Him. The chapter's verses speak directly to the human heart, awakening a sense of humility and dependence on Allah. Through its vivid imagery and profound messages, Surah Yaseen brings to life the reality of the Day of Judgment, reminding you to prepare for the moment when you will stand before Allah. This chapter is also a source of immense spiritual strength. When life feels overwhelming, the words of Surah Yaseen provide comfort and reassurance, reminding you that Allah is in control. The verses remind you of his power to create, sustain, and bring life out of death, both literally and spiritually. These reminders anchor your heart in trust and reliance on Allah, even during the most difficult times. Reciting Surah Yaseen daily is like recharging your spiritual heart. It strengthens your connection with the Quran as a whole, making you more mindful of its guidance in your daily life. The more you recite and reflect on its meanings, the more your heart will be drawn to the beauty of Allah's message. This connection not only deepens your faith, but also shapes your perspective, helping you prioritize what truly matters in life. Today, as you recite Surah Yaseen, take a moment to reflect on its title as the heart of the Quran. Think about how its words serve as a reminder of Allah's greatness, the fleeting nature of this world, and the eternal rewards of the hereafter. With each recitation, let your heart absorb its lessons and allow it to guide you toward a life of purpose, gratitude, and devotion. A source of blessings and Baraka, Surah Yaseen is not just a chapter to be recited. It is a gateway to blessings and Baraka in every aspect of your life. The power of its verses lies in their ability to invite Allah's mercy and favor, filling your days with ease, abundance, and protection. When you recite Surah Yaseen daily, you are inviting divine blessings into your life, aligning yourself with Allah's guidance and experiencing the beauty of His generosity. The Quran itself is a source of Baraka, and Surah Yaseen, being the heart of the Quran, magnifies that effect. Its verses are a reminder of Allah's limitless power and His mercy that extends to all who turn to Him. With every recitation, you reaffirm your dependence on Allah, and He in turn showers you with blessings that touch every part of your life, your health, sustenance, relationships, and inner peace. One of the most well-known blessings associated with Surah Yaseen is how it eases life's affairs. Many believers have experienced its ability to remove obstacles and create opportunities when recited with sincerity and trust in Allah. Whether it's resolving a personal issue, finding direction during uncertainty, or seeking protection from harm, Surah Yaseen becomes a source of light that guides you toward ease and clarity. Allah has promised in the Quran that His help is always near for those who turn to Him, and Surah Yaseen is a reminder of that promise. Another way Surah Yaseen brings Baraka is by serving as a constant source of hope and optimism. Its verses remind you that Allah is the creator and sustainer, capable of providing for you in ways you could never imagine. This belief strengthens your faith and allows you to trust in His plan, even when life feels challenging. The blessings of this trust ripple into your daily life, filling it with contentment and a sense of purpose. The Baraka of Surah Yaseen also extends to your spiritual state. When you recite it daily, you are engaging in an act of worship that purifies your heart and brings you closer to Allah. This spiritual connection enhances your ability to remain patient, grateful, and steadfast in your faith, no matter what circumstances you face. It allows you to approach each day with a heart full of gratitude and a mind focused on Allah's guidance. Beyond personal blessings, Surah Yaseen also brings Baraka to your relationships. Its daily recitation serves as a reminder to treat others with kindness, compassion, and understanding, aligning your actions with the principles of Islam. This creates harmony and love in your interactions, strengthening the bonds you share with family, friends, and your community. As you recite Surah Yaseen, you are also invoking Allah's protection over yourself and your loved ones. The chapter's verses are a shield against harm, reminding you that Allah's power encompasses all things and that nothing happens without His permission. This sense of security and trust brings immense peace to the heart, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence in Allah's care. Today, when you recite Surah Yaseen, reflect on the countless blessings that Allah has already placed in your life. Let its words remind you of His generosity and inspire you to seek His Baraka in all that you do. With every recitation, you are drawing closer to a life filled with ease, abundance, and the peace that comes from knowing Allah is with you. 3. Easing life's challenges. Life is full of tests, trials, and moments of uncertainty that can weigh heavily on the heart. In such times, the recitation of Surah Yaseen becomes a source of unparalleled comfort and ease. Its verses carry the weight of divine reassurance, reminding you that Allah is always in control and that His power is greater than any difficulty you may face. By making Surah Yaseen a daily part of your life, you equip yourself with a spiritual tool that helps you navigate life's challenges with strength and trust in Allah's mercy. One of the most profound aspects of Surah Yaseen is its ability to bring calm to the heart during moments of distress. Its words are a gentle reminder that Allah's wisdom is present in every difficulty and that every hardship comes with the promise of ease. The Quran assures us, "For indeed with hardship comes ease." Quran 94:6. Surah Yaseen embodies this promise, giving you hope when situations feel overwhelming and showing you that Allah's help is near. Reciting Surah Yaseen daily fosters a mindset of reliance on Allah. Its verses highlight His power over all creation, from bringing the dead back to life to creating the heavens and the earth. These reminders help you shift your focus away from the magnitude of your problems and toward the greatness of Allah's ability to resolve them. This reliance brings peace to the heart, knowing that you are never alone in your struggles and that Allah's support is always available to those who seek it. Another way Surah Yaseen eases life's challenges is by instilling a sense of perspective. Its verses draw your attention to the temporary nature of this world and the eternal rewards of the hereafter. When you reflect on the ultimate purpose of life, the trials you face seem lighter, and the hope of Allah's rewards motivates you to endure with patience and gratitude. This perspective helps you remain steadfast, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. The recitation of Surah Yaseen is also a source of emotional strength. The rhythmic flow of its verses soothes the mind and heart, acting as a balm for anxiety, fear, and sorrow. As you recite, you feel a deep connection to Allah, which reminds you that your burdens are not yours to carry alone. Allah is the sustainer, the helper, and the one who grants relief. This connection empowers you to approach life's challenges with renewed faith and courage. For centuries, believers have turned to Surah Yaseen during moments of need, finding solace in its promises and blessings. Its verses not only uplift the soul, but also bring practical relief as they encourage you to put your trust in Allah and take proactive steps to seek His guidance. This combination of faith and action allows you to face life's difficulties with a sense of purpose and resilience. Today, as you recite Surah Yaseen, reflect on the challenges you may be facing. Let its words remind you that Allah is greater than any trial and that His wisdom is at work in every situation. Trust in His ability to ease your burdens and let the comfort of Surah Yaseen carry you through your struggles with peace and confidence. Intercession on the Day of Judgment. One of the most extraordinary blessings of reciting Surah Yaseen is its promise to intercede for those who recite it regularly on the Day of Judgment. In that ultimate moment, when every soul will stand before Allah awaiting their fate, Surah Yaseen will serve as an advocate for you, pleading for your forgiveness and reward. This profound benefit underscores the importance of making it a part of your daily life, as its blessings extend beyond this world into the eternal hereafter. The Day of Judgment is described in the Quran as a day of great reckoning, when the deeds of every person will be laid bare. For many, it will be a day of fear and uncertainty, But for those who have lived their lives in remembrance of Allah, reciting His words with sincerity, there is hope and reassurance. Surah Yaseen has been described as a source of comfort and a shield on that day, interceding on behalf of its reciter and bearing witness to their devotion. The Prophet Muhammad emphasized the intercessory power of the Quran, and Surah Yaseen holds a special place in this regard. It is said to stand before Allah on behalf of its reciter, testifying to their faith and sincerity. This is a profound gift, as it means that the very words you recite in this world become your advocate in the next. It is a reminder that the effort you put into connecting with the Quran is never wasted. It carries eternal significance. Surah Yaseen also prepares the soul for the hereafter by reinforcing the truths of the resurrection and the life to come. Its verses vividly describe the power of Allah to bring the dead back to life, the accountability of every deed, and the ultimate rewards and consequences that await. By reciting it daily, you internalize these truths, which strengthen your faith and keep you mindful of your actions. This awareness shapes your life in a way that aligns with the values of the hereafter, ensuring that you are always working towards success on that day. The intercession of Surah Yaseen is not limited to the individual. It also extends to your loved ones. Reciting it regularly and making dua for your family can bring blessings and forgiveness to them as well. This communal benefit reflects the mercy of Allah and the interconnectedness of believers, emphasizing the importance of sharing the Quran with those around you. As you recite Surah Yaseen, reflect on the significance of the Day of Judgment and the hope that its intercession brings. Picture yourself standing before Allah with Surah Yaseen as a witness to your devotion and a plea for your forgiveness. Let this thought inspire you to recite it with sincerity and mindfulness, knowing that it holds the power to transform your eternal fate. Strengthening your faith. Reciting Surah Yaseen daily is not just an act of worship, it is a means of fortifying your faith and aligning your heart with Allah's guidance. In its verses, you find reminders of Allah's power, mercy, and justice, concepts that form the foundation of Iman, faith. Each recitation strengthens your belief in Allah's control over everything, deepens your trust in His wisdom, and fosters a sense of reliance on Him alone. Faith is not static. It requires nurturing to grow and remain strong. The daily recitation of Surah Yaseen nourishes your faith by constantly drawing your attention to Allah's signs in creation, His mastery over the universe, and the truth of the hereafter. The chapter's vivid imagery, such as descriptions of the sun and the moon following their ordained paths, or the dead being brought back to life, awakens a sense of awe for Allah's greatness. This awareness fills your heart with reverence and strengthens your connection with Him. Through its powerful verses, Surah Yaseen reminds you of the purpose of your existence, to worship Allah and seek His pleasure. In a world filled with distractions, this reminder grounds you, keeping your priorities aligned with the eternal truths of Islam. The chapter emphasizes the importance of submission to Allah, warning against the consequences of heedlessness and disbelief. By reciting it daily, you reaffirm your commitment to living a life of devotion and striving for His rewards. Surah Yaseen also deepens your trust in Allah during moments of uncertainty or hardship. Its verses repeatedly highlight Allah's power to create and sustain, demonstrating that nothing is beyond His ability. When you face difficulties, these reminders instill confidence in Allah's plan and reassure you that He is fully aware of your situation. This trust becomes a source of inner peace, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with resilience and hope. Another way Surah Yaseen strengthens your faith is by reinforcing belief in the hereafter. Its descriptions of the Day of Judgment, the accountability of every deed, and the eternal rewards of paradise remind you of the ultimate destination of your journey. These verses inspire you to strive for righteousness, avoid sin, and remain steadfast in your worship. They help you view your actions through the lens of the hereafter, ensuring that your choices reflect your faith. Reciting Surah Yaseen daily also cultivates a sense of gratitude. The chapter repeatedly draws attention to Allah's blessings, such as the provision of sustenance, the beauty of creation, and the guidance of the Quran. By reflecting on these blessings, your heart becomes filled with thankfulness, which is a cornerstone of faith. This gratitude not only strengthens your bond with Allah, but also encourages you to live a life of humility and generosity. Ultimately, the daily recitation of Surah Yaseen transforms your relationship with Allah. It fosters a deep sense of love and devotion, reminding you that He is always near and that His mercy encompasses all things. Each time you recite it, you are reaffirming your Iman, drawing closer to Allah, and strengthening your resolve to live according to His will. Today, as you recite Surah Yaseen, reflect on how its verses resonate with your heart and reaffirm your belief in Allah. Let its words remind you of His greatness, His mercy, and His promise of eternal success for those who remain steadfast in faith. With every recitation, feel your Iman grow stronger, your heart more connected, and your soul aligned with the guidance of the Quran. Surah Yaseen is much more than a chapter of the Quran. It is a lifeline for the soul, a source of blessings, and a guide to both this life and the hereafter. Through its daily recitation, you not only immerse yourself in Allah's words, but also invite His mercy, Baraka, and guidance into every corner of your life. It is a chapter that speaks directly to the heart, uplifting your spirit, strengthening your faith, and aligning your actions with the eternal truths of Islam. Reciting Surah Yaseen daily is a transformative practice. It reinforces your connection to Allah, reminding you of His greatness, His mercy, and His control over all things. It eases the burdens of life by providing reassurance that Allah's plan is perfect, even in moments of hardship. It opens the doors to Baraka, bringing abundance, protection, and peace to your days. Most importantly, it prepares you for the hereafter, serving as an intercessor on the day of judgment and ensuring that your heart remains firmly rooted in faith. This practice is not just an act of worship, it is a spiritual journey that purifies your heart, shapes your character, and draws you closer to your Creator. With every recitation, you reflect on the fleeting nature of this world and the eternal rewards of the hereafter, inspiring you to live a life of gratitude, humility, and devotion. Surah Yaseen becomes your companion, guiding you through life's challenges and reminding you of Allah's promises. 1. Understanding Ya Rahman, the universally merciful.